because now I've got a great sweater for you.
Okay, I'm in.
You know, asking you shall receive. In fact, this is our only pullover sweater in our entire Irish assortment. So if you want that pullover, if you love that style, this is the one that you'll want to get home. But I also think that these lace details are really pretty, especially at the hem and the cuff.
I think what we tried to do with this sweater is really like, a lot of people don't like to have a pullover that's going to maybe mess up their hair, mess up their makeup. So what we were trying to do is we tried to extend the neck a little bit and put this beautiful cable detailing on it. But then we said, if we're going to put a little feminine touch up there, why not do it on the cuffs and on the hem as well? So we've got this beautiful fanned out kind of lace scallop edge. And really it just ties it all together. It really shows that this is, well, it has the beautiful detail up here. It has so many little feminine elements. So as well as the beautiful cables, there's also this beautiful, there's actually a little more wool being added as we go down to these cables. It's very subtle to see here, but this is actually going to mean that when it comes down to that final scallop edge, it's going to sit a little bit broader on the hip. So it's going to hit exactly where everybody wants their sweater to sit in the most flattering way.
Oh, nice.
And we try to do it in as subtle a way as possible, because I think a lot of people don't like that kind of very A shape, but this is going to give you the same effect, but in a subtle kind of little bit more well thought out sort of way.
I mean, that's why we come to Aran Craft for the craftsmanship. Okay, now we got to shop for colors, Barry, because everyone wants this one. It's the only crew neck in our assortment. Here is wine berry. So if you love those beautiful rich berry tones, those burgundies, go for the wine berry, extra small through 2X. This is ultramarine, and it's a blue, but there's hints of black in here as well. Look at the depth on this one, 25 to 28 inches long, depending on what size that you bring home. And then our final option is the stone. So if you are a neutral lover and you know who you are, then this is the one that you're grabbing. And merino wool is truly luxury. So when you think about treating yourself, pampering yourself,
really?
I mean, this is how you treat yourself.
And this is for people who need to have their mind changed about what it was to have an old-fashioned wool sweater.
Yes.
This is wool that can be worn directly against your skin. I'm wearing this right next to my skin. I think you probably are as well. It is just the most. The story goes that Louis XIV, who was the Emperor of France, he had all of his undergarments made from merino wool.
Oh, wow.
So,
well, if it's good enough for a king.
He could afford the best, and that showed that he really was the best.
It truly is. I mean, and when you think about being able to get the best, but also in designs that are relevant, that are modern, that are fashion forward, really, truly, this is a piece that turns heads, and it doesn't have to be loud. There's no sequins, there's no embellishments. It's head turning because of the quality.
Quiet luxury.
Yes, you nailed it. Quiet luxury.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning. So $32 a month on Easy Pay. We have stone, ultramarine, and the wine berry. And on the wine berry and the ultramarine, that's where we get to see some variation in the tones.
So both of these are marled yarns. So the as you mentioned, the ultramarine, it's a combination of a dark blue and a very, very dark blue, it's almost a black, I think, as you said. And in the wine berry, it's almost an element of a fuchsia and an end of wine. And really, what that does, it helps to emphasize these natural variations that you would see in the wool. But then if we move on to the stone is what we call a melange. This is where within the individual thread, multiple colors are actually kind of combined together. So where at a glance it looks grey, but if you actually zoom in, there's actually little elements of almost like lavender or heathered elements into it. There's a little element, almost like a slight sheen of a very, very light blue. It really is something that's a lot more complex than it is on a first look. And of course, it's going to be so popular because everybody wants to have a neutral sweater in the collection.
And a crew neck that's easy, pull over your head. This is the only one in our assortment coming to us from Aran Craft, which really our partnership is special. You bring us more colors than you bring anyone else.
Absolutely,
we love the quality, we love the craftsmanship, but your family, the Cullens, have been at this for a long time.
Yeah, so this company was started in 1957 by my grandmother, Molly Cullen, and actually there's a photograph over there right down on the screen. So this photograph was taken in 1929 in New York, where, like many of her generation, herself and her sister Etty, they traveled over to America to work, and they sent money. They stayed there for a number of years, and they sent money back to their families. Molly returned home because she wanted to start her business. Her sister Etty stayed on for many, many more years. But when she returned to our hometown of Monastrevin, County Kildare. I suppose at the time it was a little bit backward. I suppose it's fair to say that the local bank wouldn't give a woman a loan on her own to start a business. So she actually relied on her sister to send money back from America for her to buy her first set of equipment. And I suppose really, as the rest of the say is history.
Yeah.
The next generation was my father Paul and my uncle John, who will be back for the next show after this. And now it's continued by myself and my brother, now the third generation. And I think in the 30 plus years we've been working with QVC, we're doing a little bit of guesstimates, and we think there's probably 1.5 million sweaters we've delivered to QVC in those 30 plus years.
Wow, I mean, that's incredible. And when you hear that, like, the family's been doing it for generations, quality, craftsmanship is really at the heart of the brand. And when you see a style that you love, it's not like we can bring in like 5,000 of these. Like,
really?
I mean, we'd love to, but that's a lot of knitting. We can't bring in massive quantities.
If you want them, we do our best.
Yeah, I mean, you do your best, but they're truly special pieces. So when you see them, we have your size, we have the color you want. This is the time to shop, especially with the $15 savings. They're new, and it's the only crew neck that we have. Here's stone. We also have wineberry. And your final option is ultramarine. A 637305 is your item number. Use the $32 Easy Pay, and keep in mind, if you're new to our QVC credit card, we call it our Q card. When you sign up today, you bring home a brand new merino wool sweater. You get $50 off your purchase right now.
That's some
So
deal.
now your sweater is $109.98. Isn't that a good deal?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So if you've never tried it before, I mean, honestly, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Jump at the chance, jump at the chance.
Jump at the chance. And all the stitches tell a story. You'll enjoy how it feels against your skin. And you better believe Barry's going to be back with more sweaters.
I will.
So stay tuned for that. A 637305 is your item number. We have Connemara Marble in this show.